Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video, and today I am going to be reacting to the trailer for Avatar: The Way of Water. Haven't watched the trailer yet, so this will be my first time seeing it. I've held off for 2 days now to do this video. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm sure I've mentioned it before on the channel, but if for whatever reason you haven't seen whatever video I mentioned it in, I am a huge fan of James Cameron's Avatar. It's one of my favourite films of all time. It just, the first time I saw it, I just thought it was like the greatest thing I'd ever seen. But I'm very aware that I'm probably in a minority. Avatar was like super praised when it came out, and in the years since, people have really turned against it. People really don't give a shit about this film anymore, and I get it, I do. Like, I do understand. But for me, I love this film so much. I love Avatar. That being said, I was always one of the people who felt that Avatar didn't really need a sequel. I don't think everything in the world that's good needs a sequel. I felt the same way about The Last of Us. With The Last of Us, I was very much in the camp that it was a one and done deal. It was a perfect game. It's my favourite game of all time. It was exactly how it needed to be. It had the perfect ending, and just leave it alone. Don't mess with a good thing. But when The Last of Us 2 actually came out, and this is the thing, like, despite my love for The Last of Us, I don't think I pre-ordered The Last of Us 2 until like about a week before it released, because I was so on the fence about whether or not I wanted this. Like, I just really was very unsure. But I loved The Last of Us 2. I thought it was magnificent. And now I really hope that there's a third one. I think we can probably leave Ellie's story behind now, but like, I just love that franchise, and they proved to me that they actually do know how to continue that series without making a complete mess of the one before. I know, obviously, I hate what happened to a certain character in the second game, but I'm not mad about it, I'm just sad about it. So I think that's kind of changed my perspective a bit, because they proved to me that, sometimes even though you don't want a sequel, it can still turn out to be good. But there's also been loads of films where I wish they'd never made a sequel. Pocahontas, the second Johnny English movie, so many others. Grease too. So yeah, I'm not sure. I very much felt that Avatar was perfect the way it was. I think that the final shot where Jake opens his eyes and his avatar body was like perfect, and you can just leave it there. But it has been 13 years now since the first Avatar came out, which scares me. But must be true, because we saw it in the cinema for my friend's 15th birthday, and I would have been 14, and I'm going to be 27 this year, so that checks out. But that's also horrendous to think about, because it doesn't feel like that long ago. But it's been 13 years since the original Avatar, so I've kind of come around to the idea now. I feel like it's been so long, and the thing that I really love about Avatar, on top of the fact that I love everything about Avatar, but the thing that makes Avatar what it is how incredibly beautiful the graphics are. And graphics have come a long way since 2009. If you think about video games, video games now look so different to how they did in 2009. Assassin's Creed 2 came out in 2009, and it looks gorgeous, but it doesn't look anything like, the games do currently. I want to say Uncharted 4, but God, even Uncharted 4 was like, what, 6 years ago now? Jeez, oh, things are changing so fast. I'm getting off course. My point is, I'm feeling a bit more positive about the idea of an Avatar sequel. Still think doing 5 Avatar movies is completely bonkers, and that James Cameron needs to stop. That someone needs to stop this man. Like, we need to get him to calm down a bit. Like, the Avatar Special Edition DVD had like over an hour of deleted scenes, and it's like, sir, the film was already running at 2 hours and 40 minutes long. The fuck were you doing with an hour of deleted scenes? And to be honest, most of them I'm pretty glad were deleted because most of them were bad. There's an entire Norm and Trudy romance subplot that I just feel bleh about. No, not a fan. Not a fan. Anyway, so my point is, I'm feeling a bit more positive about about the idea of a sequel now. So we're going to watch the trailer and find out if I still feel positive after watching it. But let's see. Let me just check that we're still all right recording, because you know what OBS is like. It likes to fuck me over. No, we look good. Okay. Clear my throat first. Okay, let's. I feel nervous because I'm like, I honestly thought this film was never coming. I honestly didn't think Avatar 2 was actually going to be a thing. I felt like it was, you know, like abandoned by Blue Box Game Studios. It's just a myth. But no, here we are. So let's go. Oh, look at Neytiri. Look at her eyes, man. Jake Sully. Ooh, underwater. Okay. So they've still got the RDA machinery.
I know one thing. Wherever we go, this family is our fortress.
Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, the music! Oh man, I love that song so much. Oh, my heart. I'm just laughing at this. This is the state of my recommends. I got 3 Sabrina Carpenter songs in there. Video of Johnny Depp's psychologist. Musical theatre moments I just can't seem to forget. Male celebrities reading thirst tweets, but they slowly get worse. What a great... Well, anyway, what is the plot? I'm sure it says down here. Set more than a decade after the events of the first film, Avatar: The Way of Water begins to tell the story of the Sully family, Jake, Neytiri, and their kids, and the trouble that follows them, the lengths they go to keep each other safe, the battles they fight to stay alive, and the tragedies they endure. So it's like a future fic with where they have kids. We didn't get a lot from that about the plot. Like, I don't really know what the story is. I know it's just a teaser, like it says there, teaser trailer. I'm sure there'll be one later on that's got more of like the story. But what we can, let's kind of break this down. So, a lot of scenery. She looks fucking great. Look at her eyes, man. Neytiri is so pretty. I fucking love Neytiri. I'm trying to see if we can see, like... Yeah, we need to go through, do a frame-by-frame analysis. So here's Jake. He's got some new threads and some long hair, so that's cool. He's got some new hair. We love a hair update. This thing here looks fucking awesome. I love this. We've got a whole bunch of Na'vi. I mean, here the Na'vi look as if they're living quite peacefully. They're all just kind of like flying about. You know, everyone seems happy. The kids are swimming. I'm taking it that's their child because she kind of looks like Neytiri. So I'm guessing that's their kid. But this interests me because this is like the human technology, and these are like the humans. But you can see that I assume that's Jake and like another one of the Na'vi are helping. But these here are humans, and this would be, I assume, the machinery that the RDA left behind, because at the end of the first film, the RDA went back to Earth, but they left behind some of the people that they trusted, the Na'vi trusted, and some of their equipment for the Na'vi to use. But I do have to wonder what it is that they're building, like what, because the Na'vi didn't really, well, they did and they didn't, because they trusted Grace Augustine and she ran a school and stuff. So the Na'vi did kind of trust some humans and some human technology, but I'm not sure what infrastructure they're trying to build here. So I'm intrigued by what this is supposed to be. And you can see there, like, that's one of the RDA fighter ships. And you can see here there's a whole, like, compound. So, like, yeah, I want to know what this is about, because as far as I'm concerned, everyone, the RDA packed up their shit and left. But there's obviously some kind of big compound. I don't know if the Na'vi are flying these now. This here is a human, right? This is a human, and he's wearing the oxygen mask that they need on Pandora. So I don't really know who he is, but he seems to be working with the Na'vi, because that's a Na'vi. So I'm intrigued. I don't recognize him as being like a character from the first film, so I don't know who he is. She's really cute.
Wherever we go,
Oh shit, I was trying to look at that. Hang on.
I know one thing.
It's a Leopleurodon, Charlie. Okay, I don't know who this is here, but she looks like she's pregnant, so. Really pretty water. You know me, I love a good water physics. I don't know. This isn't Jake and Neytiri, I don't think. It doesn't look like them. I don't know who they are. Is Moat still alive? It's been a decade, but I don't know how old Moat was supposed to be. Because she's cool. She's played by CCH Pounder. I love her.
Wherever we go.
Yeah, see, no. Right, sorry, I can't get it to pause when I want it to.
Wherever we go.
This here, right? This is an RDA spaceship thing, like a fighter ship thing. But that there is a human. That's an Na'vi, but that's a human. Who is he? Who are they? Why are they inside a ship? I need to know. I need to know, what is this? What is this? Or is it a freight? It could, well, there's water. It could be a boat. It's probably a boat, actually. But why are they there? Who's this human? There's Jake looking badass.
This family.
I think. Is that Jake? Because he seems to have a shaved head. Did he cut off all his hair so that he could look like when he was in the Marines? You know, he's got a gun. Like, he's got a big ass gun.
Is our fortress.
Oh my god, she's so pretty. Oh, look at her. I love her. I love Neytiri. Oh my god, I love the music. This is one thing that I'm definitely going to have a problem with, though, because one of the things that is so great about Avatar is the score written by the incomparable, incredible master man, like literally the maestro of music, James Horner. And James Horner has been dead for like a decade now because he died in a tragic plane accident. I worshipped James Horner. He is one of my, well, he's my second favorite composer, second only to Hans Zimmer. I love his music, and his score for Avatar was so beautiful, and it's not going to be him. I feel like your best bet for trying to recreate would be Bear McCreary. Bear McCreary is very heavily inspired by James Horner, you can tell in so much of his score that he's very inspired by James Horner. I don't know if we've got, I mean, I assume they've got a composer, I don't know who it is. but it is going to be weird without a score, because I was just listening there, and that's the music that the kind of leitmotif that played through the first film that was then repurposed into I See You for the credits, the song by Leona Lewis. But we're not gonna, I mean, you can repurpose that piece of music, obviously, but we're not gonna have James Horner on the score, which is gonna be so sad, because his score was beautiful, like Bioluminescence of the Night, shutting down Grace's laboratory is such a good piece of music. Oh my god, it's beautiful. I even love, like, in Cryo You Don't Dream, like it's you don't dream in you don't dream in Cryo, it's called. It's, oh, the music is so good, and it's not going to be there. I am intrigued as to who the enemy is in this film, because obviously we don't have Parker Selfridge, we don't have Colonel Corteach anymore. Like, so many, I mean, spoiler alert for the first Avatar, a lot of the cast die. There's a lot of dead folk by the end of Avatar 1. So we're missing a lot of characters. So I don't know who the bad guys are in this film. I don't know who's going to come back from the first film. Like, Norm and Max were still alive, but I don't see them in there anywhere. So I'm intrigued, because I love the characters in Avatar. So it'll be interesting to see who comes back for the second one, apart from Jake and Neytiri, if anyone, and what they do with the story, because I genuinely don't know where the story can go. The first Avatar was kind of, one of the reasons it's been made fun of is because it was like Pocahontas in space, and it is, like, I will say that as a fan, it is Pocahontas in space. Pocahontas is my favourite Disney film, so I'm fine with that. I love Pocahontas, so Pocahontas with pretty blue aliens, I'm still on board. But I don't really know where it could go next. Pocahontas' journey to a new world. The Na'vi come to Earth and fall in love with John Rolfe. Ugh. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know where they can go next. It was a 2-hour, 40-minute film. They told quite a lot of story in that first one. I have no idea what the plot of this one is. And it's called The Way of Water. There's obviously a lot of swimming. When you call it Avatar The Way of Water, I just feel like it's going to be a film about Katara. I feel like that was a dumb title to go with, because it makes it sound like it's related to The Last Airbender, but whatever. Yeah. So those are my thoughts. That's what I have to say. I don't really know what else to say, because we don't have a huge amount of idea about the story yet. It is May and the film comes out in December, so I'm hoping we'll get more trailers on the run up to it that maybe give a bit more idea of what the film's going to be about. And when we do, I will be back with more, because I am the biggest Avatar fan. One day I'm going to make a video just about my love of Avatar and show off my collection of Avatar memorabilia, but not today. But the run up to Avatar 2 at least gives me better reason to do that. Maybe people will actually care when there's a second film coming out. But when it does, I'll see you then. And for now, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, everyone. Hi, sorry, very quickly, I'm back, because I just realised while I was checking my video to check the audio that I completely missed the bit here that says the film star. I'm sitting here like, I don't see anyone from the first film. There's literally a whole fucking cast list right here. I'm an idiot. So, it said, because I just read directed by James Cameron, produced and just my brain shut off. The film stars Zoe Saldana, Sam Worthington, that's Jake and Neytiri, Sigourney Weaver, that's Grace Augustine, who died in the first film, Stephen Lang, that's Colonel Corteach, who died in the first film, Cliff Curtis, don't know who that is, Joel David Moore, that's Norm, I love Norm, buzzing if he's back, CCH Pounder, that's Moat, love her, Eddie Falco, Jermaine Clement, and Kate Winslet. Kate Winslet is a surprise to me, because I don't know who she's playing, and I don't see her in the trailer. I mean, she could be anybody. They're Na'vi, but So yeah, no, just as a note on top of what I just said. I'm now more. I mean,
Said about
oh, for fuck's sake, what is this? Shut up! Shut up! Oh, for fuck's sake, it went away. Right, no. What I was gonna say was I'd heard that Sigourney Weaver was coming back for the sequel, and I was like, bit weird. So now we've got at least 2 dead characters in the first film that's actors are back for the sequel, so that certainly adds more, like, what's the words? Intrigue, I suppose, into how they are gonna be connected to this story. I mean, it could be flashbacks. They come back from the dead. I don't know. But I'm intrigued now to know what's going on. I'm buzzing to hear that Norm and Moa are going to be back. That's really good. And just do I know who is Cliff Curtis? Let's look these people up. Cliff Curtis. I don't recognize him. Eddie Falco. Eddie Falco. I don't recognize her. And Jermaine Clement. Jermaine Clement. Don't recognize him either. Okay, cool. So some new characters. That's fun. Okay, yeah, no, I think that is everything now. I just wanted to add that in because that's a bit of a kind of glaring thing that I just missed. Okay, now I'm done, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.